Hello, I am Kristin of Cherry Blossom Spirituality, and this is another video on Kundalini, specifically Granthi knots clearing. So, on a healing and spiritual awakening journey, your Kundalini awakens and begins to actively flow. And when you're clearing really thick, resistant energy within yourself, you're untying your Granthi knots, which are specific energy blocks. And a physical sign of the Kundalini clearing a Granthi knot is a pleasant opening, menthol-like sensation, like Vicks Vapor Rub or eucalyptus and peppermint oil. It feels as if, literally, it feels as if someone has applied it in your aura, on your skin, or in your insides, like in your muscles and in your organs, etc. And it could be a great confirmation of your healing. But keep in mind, not everyone's going to feel it. Not everyone's energy sensitive or even feels these every time it happens. But I have felt this in various parts of my body, doing different types of healing work on my spiritual awakening journey. But the strongest I ever felt it was through receiving a Kundalini transmission. And it was so strong, so physically palpable, that I unmistakably knew this was not my imagination. I am not making this up. I am really feeling this. I was a little confused as to what it was, because I never felt something that strong, and it was right here at the center of my brow, my Rudra Granthi, and it just opened up with so much of that menthol sensation. It felt so good. It felt blissful. I felt like I could really feel my etheric body, and it felt transcendent. I asked the instructor afterwards about it, what I experienced. What was that? And she said, "Oh, that's your Granthi knot clearing." And she's a great instructor, by the way, a great facilitator and teacher too. Her name is Alexandra Michelle, and she also teaches a wonderful course called Spiritual Mechanics for Peace and Power that can help you to really get in tune with your own Kundalini more and more. She didn't tell me to promote her, and I'm not being paid to. I just genuinely enjoyed that course, so I just want to pay it forward if anyone else is interested in it. But I'm not affiliated with her, right? I wish her well, because she really helped me on my journey. And she does her own Kundalini activation practice too. So she was just like, yeah, everyone's so fascinated with the Granthi knots. I mean, I became one of those. I am fascinated. I was like, whoa, this is great. I absolutely loved how mystical it is and how like physically tangible it is at the same time. It's so rewarding. So I think when you experience this, it's a sign for you of confirmation that you're doing good work on yourself. Good job. And for me, it's not a one-time thing or in any specific order. It doesn't happen every time I do a Kundalini receiving of a transmission, but it does happen periodically, and it's always a treat when it does happen. But yeah, each Granthi knot, I believe, has many different layers, and that's not the only time I felt it at my brow. And I felt it at multiple different places, like my ears, and not even only with Kundalini work, with shamanic healing, with Reiki. Even when I'm channeling Reiki or receiving Reiki, I can feel it like my shoulders, some of my organs, my solar plexus. I can feel it at the different Granthi knots, like base of my spine, back heart, stuff like that. So Reiki, the shamanic work, all of this shadow work integration, all the healing is to have the Kundalini flow, which is why this sensation can be experienced when doing any type of healing work, because it all is allowing the Kundalini to flow, which is untying the Granthi knots. And there's more than just the 3 main Granthi knots, right? There's all these other Granthi knots in each person, but we all have these main 3 big ones, is my belief. So if you are experiencing this, I hope you enjoy all of the openings that you've created for your Kundalini to flow through more, and more authenticity and bliss to thus be experienced in life. You know, I was just like searching, and I noticed there's no videos out there or like articles or books about the physical sensation of Granthi knot clearing. So I wanted to make one. That's why I made this. In case there's anyone else out there that's confused about it, curious about it, or fascinated about it, feel free to comment below if you've also experienced this menthol sensation in any type of energy work or any spiritual healing work you've been doing, because it is fascinating, and I think it's a great sign for those on a spiritual path that are energy sensitive to know, oh, I'm working on this now, I'm working on this now. It's like a good way to be aware of your journey, where you're at, what you're working on at least. So just to give you a brief rundown, the 3 main Granthi knots are Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra. And I believe there's tons. And each time that I feel it, I feel like it's a sort of like up level or graduation of sorts. Even if the whole Granthi knot's fully cleared, I know that I'm clearing some huge energetic resistance to my best and highest good. I know that I'm clearing blocks. So it's a great little milestone to pat yourself on the back. Not that you need to feel that in order to pat yourself on the back. Do it anyway, no matter what spiritual growth or healing work you're doing, okay? But anyways, thanks for listening. Feel free to check out my other videos about Kundalini on my YouTube channel here, where I go into more detail about all this stuff. And try one of my Kundalini transmissions if you feel aligned to do so. Thank you, and namaste, everyone.